Breaking news: M.Urhoghide reviews those responsible for Atiku's loss in the 2023 election. Hi guys, welcome back to the news. If you're joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Well, my country people, there are so many factors that contributed to Atiku Abubakar's loss in the 2023 presidential election, starting with Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, the grand strategist, the one who fueled the disunity by slowly romancing with the members of the PDP and slowly wooing them to his side, promising them heaven and earth. And then we see that the People's Democratic Party got divided. So you see, the battle was easy for Tinubu since the party was divided. And then we got to see how the PDP broke into two, with a side of each section supporting its presidential candidate and another part not supporting its presidential candidate. That is when the G5 governors had to form their own band and they started opposing the emergence of Atiku Abubakar as the party's presidential candidate. They started with Ayochie Ayu when Ayochie Ayu failed to meet with their demands by, resigning from his position. But then the former Edo South Senator M.Urhoghide has accused the suspended national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Ayochie Ayu, and the G5 governors of being responsible for the loss of the party in the 2023 presidential election. Speaking on Monday during an appearance on Channels Television Politics Today, M.Urhoghide said that in the infighting between Ayochie Ayu and the G5 governors, it led to the defeat of the party's presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, in the 2023 polls. And yes, Matthew, who recently dumped the PDP, said that the sudden exit of the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi from the party was also responsible for Atiku's defeat. So my country people, you're seeing that there are other factors aside the G5 governors, aside Ayochie Ayu, that contributed to, Atiku's loss at the presidential election. We also, we shouldn't forget that Tinubu, who is also a strategist, had really, put motion in place to make sure that the opposition was divided so that he could penetrate in them and, sow a seed of discord. And then the party broke into two. The other half were working for him, while the other half were working for the party. And yes, we have Atiku Abubakar, who have been, running for the position of the president for a very long time. He campaigned against Buhari, where he picked Peter Obi of the Labour Party as his running mate in 2019. Yes, Peter Obi was in the People's Democratic Party in 2019 when Atiku Abubakar picked him to be his running mate at then. But it got to some point that all of a sudden, I think last year, Peter Obi suddenly left the People's Democratic Party for the Labour Party to become the presidential candidate after claiming that some forces beyond his power, frustrated him out of his former party. And then we have Rabiu Kwankwaso, who is like a political demigod in Kano. He also left the PDP for the new Nigerian People's Party, the NNPP. And my country people, you see how, the thing had really played. Rabiu Kwankwaso left the People's Democratic Party. Peter Obi left the People's Democratic Party, now remaining Ayochie Ayu, who refused to give in to the demands of the G5 governors. And yes, there was so many pressure on Ayochie Ayu to make sure he resigns or to step down from the position, but he says no. He won't do so. And then he clinched to the position, and Atiku got to pay the ultimate price for that. That is why M.Urhoghide, who recently dumped the PDP, said these are the same reasons why, Peter Obi had to leave the party. That all these are, responsible for Atiku Abubakar's defeat in the 2023 presidential election. And the former senator believed that the outcome of the February 25th presidential election could have been different, and its presidential candidate could have won if the PDP had presented a united front. But then, the reverse was the case. They were never united. The PDP were never united. That is why they failed. And he said that the election was there for Atiku Abubakar to win, so as much that the APC acknowledged it. Even the former president, Muhammad Buhari, also acknowledged that it was the diversion in the PDP that caused their loss. And that was also, what Adams Oshomole said, when he was referring to, other people. And it is a sound school of thought, because Peter Obi should have been allowed to remain in the PDP. If that had happened, then we could have reciprocated what happened in 2019. That's because the votes that he got, whether by popularity or whatever happened to him in the PDP that made him leave, would have helped to bring in votes for the People's Democratic Party. Now, let me say this, that even though the G5 governors were overbearing by their actions, insisting that the national chairman of the party should step down, of course, we know the reason they felt bad, because they were not made the party's presidential candidate. Yes, we know that, but at least we could have avoided any rancor that could have arisen from the decision to pick another person. Now, the only thing that should have been done by the chairman was to say, oh, if you want me to step aside, if that is what it would take for the party to win, why not? I will step aside if that's what you want. If it will take me stepping aside for the party to win, why not? I will step aside. Now, I don't know why, Ayochie Ayu did not say that. I don't know why Ayochie Ayu did not make that decision. But knowing him and who he is, Ayochie Ayu is a gentleman. And had it been away Ayochie Ayu, I would have stepped down quietly. What's the importance to the party? What is really important for the party is to win the election. Everything else will fall in place. That was what equally happened in Edo State, where the PDP had came third. But Ayochie Ayu never listened. He never listened. That is why he contributed to, the part that Atiku Abubakar failed the presidential election. Someone that couldn't even win his own unit for the People's Democratic Party. Now you see how all these things are really, falling in place, because all these things are little factors. Something we think that they don't matter, they actually mattered. And it's, really brought Atiku Abubakar down in the presidential election. It reduced his chances as, to emerge victorious as the president of this country. So my wonderful people, what are your thoughts concerning this, my country people? Matthew have reviewed those responsible for Atiku's loss in the 2023 election. The G5 governors are included. Ayochie Ayu is also included. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.